Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news all right. Folks, buckle up because the NFL offseason is heating up in a way we haven't seen in a while. And the Seahawks are right in the middle of some serious rumors that could reshape their future. The buzz swirling around the league suggests that Seattle might be on the verge of pulling off a blockbuster trade for none other than Lamar Jackson from the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, you heard that right. Lamar Jackson, the dual-threat superstar known for his electrifying running ability and cannon for an arm, could be donning the Seahawks colors very soon. Now, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's break down what this could mean for Seattle and the entire NFC West. Sources close to the negotiations are whispering that Seattle is prepared to make a significant offer. We're talking about a first-round pick in 2027 and a second-round pick in 2028, in exchange for Lamar Jackson. The Ravens, after finishing 9-8 last season and struggling defensively, are apparently looking to rebuild. Their defense, which allowed over 25 points per game during the playoffs, has become a concern, and they're eyeing a fresh start with new draft capital to bolster their secondary and receiver core. Lamar, at just 29 years old, offers a rare combination of mobility, arm talent, and playmaking ability that could propel the Seahawks into a new stratosphere. Now some might say, hold on, is this actually happening? Well, while nothing has been officially confirmed yet, insiders say it's almost a done deal, with momentum building after the postseason. Historically, January trades tend to pick up steam, especially when teams are assessing their rosters and looking for that game-changing move. If this trade goes through, it would be seismic not just for the Seahawks, but for the entire NFC West, which has been a competitive division with the 49ers, Rams, and now the Seahawks potentially making a serious statement. Let's take a moment here and analyze why Seattle would be so keen on acquiring Lamar Jackson. The Seahawks have been quietly building up their roster around Geno Smith, who had a solid season with an PFF grade of 82, 4 and a respectable EPA per pass of 0.19, but adding Lamar would change everything. It's like upgrading from a reliable sedan to a high-performance sports car. Lamar's career stats are nothing short of spectacular. Over 400 passing yards with 153 touchdowns, and an additional 70 rushing yards with 35 rushing TDs. His average of 248, 2 total yards per game puts him among the most dynamic quarterbacks in NFL history. In 2025, Lamar put up over 600 passing yards with 28 touchdowns and just 6 interceptions, showing not only his explosive playmaking but also his efficiency and decision-making. His advanced stats are off the charts, a career EPA per play of 0.38, and he's led the NFL in scramble yards, averaging 7.2 yards per scramble, making defenses constantly adjust and creating chaos. His ability to extend plays and make throws on the run would fit seamlessly into Seattle's scheme under Ryan Grubb, who loves designing RPOs and dual-threat concepts. Imagine the potential: scrambles turning into big gains, deep passes that keep defenses honest, and a run game that becomes even more lethal with Lamar's threat on the ground. Why would the Ravens consider parting ways with Lamar? Well, they're sitting on a $13 million cap space after extending linebacker Roquan Smith and are in need of draft picks to rejuvenate their aging receiver core and secondary. Zay Flowers, their young receiver, had a solid PFF grade of 79 too, but overall, Baltimore's offense has been middling, ranked 16th in EPA per play last season. Moving Lamar, who's under a $260 million, $5 contract, makes sense for a rebuild. They're looking to gather draft capital to develop a new core and reshape their roster. For Seattle, this isn't just about acquiring a star. It's about transforming their entire offensive identity. With Lamar, the Seahawks would be looking at a potential 800-plus total yards and about 35 touchdowns in 2026. His addition could boost the Seahawks' total EPA by around 21%, according to some models. Imagine DK Metcalf as your primary receiver, with Tyler Lockett benefiting immensely from the extra space, and the defense being stretched thin by Lamar's rushing threat. Seattle's defense, which finished in the top 10 last season allowing just 18 points per game, would have more breathing room, as Lamar's dynamic plays would extend possessions and keep the defense off the field longer. This move would also be a game-changer in terms of team strength and playoff odds. Currently, the Seahawks are at plus 12, 0 odds to win the Super Bowl according to PFF, but with Lamar Jackson, those odds could jump to around plus 4-0, a significant leap. His proven track record in clutch moments, with an 82% win rate in the fourth quarter over his career, makes him a true X-factor for playoff success. The Seahawks, known for their resilient run-first mentality, would now have a true dual-threat quarterback who can turn broken plays into explosive gains, much like Patrick Mahomes did for the Chiefs after adjusting their offense in 2024. What does this mean for the NFC West? Well, if Lamar makes his way to Seattle, it instantly elevates their status from a team with playoff potential to a legit Super Bowl contender. The 49ers, Rams, and other division rivals would have to respond. The 49ers have Brock Purdy and a loaded roster, but Lamar's unique skill set would force defenses to game plan differently, adding a new layer of unpredictability. The Rams, still trying to rebuild, might struggle more with a Lamar-led Seahawks taking control of the division race. It's the kind of move that could redefine the division, making Seattle not just a playoff team, but a team that's feared across the league. In terms of the big picture, this trade signals a shift in strategy for the Seahawks. They've been patient, developing Geno Smith and their young core, but now with Lamar, they're making a bold statement. We're all in to compete now. It's reminiscent of the Chiefs' post-Mahomes adjustments in 2024, where a new quarterback and aggressive moves turned them into a powerhouse. Seattle would be doing the same, adding a player who can elevate the entire team's ceiling and push them to the top of the NFC once again. And let's not forget the potential playoff implications. If Lamar joins Seattle, the team's chances of winning the division and making a deep playoff run skyrocket. His ability to flip games in the fourth quarter, combined with the Seahawks' strong defense and talented receiving core, would make them a nightmare for any opponent. The odds of a Super Bowl appearance would climb significantly, and fans would be dreaming about the possibility of finally bringing that trophy back to the Pacific Northwest after a long drought. Of course, there are questions and skeptics. The Ravens are known for being cautious and strategic, and trading Lamar Jackson would be a bold move that signals a rebuild. The Seahawks, on the other hand, have been building steadily, but this kind of upgrade pushes them from good to great. It's a gamble, yes, but one that could pay off in a big way for a franchise hungry for another Super Bowl appearance. So fans, keep an eye on the headlines. This story isn't over yet, but if it comes to fruition, it'll be one of the most exciting and transformative moves in recent NFL history. The Seahawks could be on the brink of something special, a new era led by Lamar Jackson, redefining what's possible in the NFC West and beyond. Stay tuned, because this offseason is shaping up to be one for the ages, and the Seahawks might just be at the center of it all. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential Lamar Jackson trade? Do you think it's the move that takes Seattle over the top, or are you worried about the risks involved? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seahawks news. We're entering an exciting chapter, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Go Hawks!